How's it going, folks? Man, did I miss you guys. Sorry that I haven't been able to do many videos for the past couple of weeks. I have been so slammed with Master School. You have no idea how friggin' busy I have been. And pretty much driving myself up a wall during the process of learning all this stuff. Anyways, I thought for today, since I'm a little bit on a break and for a couple of days I have a little bit of time just to kill, I figured I might as well do a little bit of a review on something just to kind of relax, a little bit more casual than just nothing too serious about a new piece of hardware that I've been messing around with for a couple of days and some of you may or may not be interested in. And the one I want to be talking about today is the PlayStation TV. And just to avoid the confusion, I'm going to use the words Vita TV and PlayStation TV interchangeably. So just to avoid the confusion when I say one or the other, just keep in mind I'm referring to the same thing, which is this. Just to go ahead and start breaking down the system itself, the one thing that really surprises me the most about this system is just how much functionality they were able to compress within this small little piece of tech. I mean, look at this. Look how small this is. This is literally so big it could fit in the palm of my hand. You could probably substitute this for a console if you're going to go on like a vacation or something like that for a couple of days and you wanted something to play and you didn't have, like, say, the baggage space for a huge console in your bags. You could fit this within your pocket and you would still be fine. And just to emphasize the concept even further, here's my Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, pretty dang small. Not only that, but get a load of this. It's going to be a little bit tricky to balance on one hand. Look at that. If you look very carefully, you can see that the Vita TV is actually half the width of, or no, half the thickness of the 3DS. Pretty insane. Now, some of you might be wondering, what exactly can the PlayStation TV do if you're going to be interested in purchasing this thing? Well, here's start with the main feature. Here on the side of the micro console itself, there is a small little cartridge slot where you can put your PS Vita games into the console itself and hook it up to your TV. How do you do this? Well, the PlayStation TV comes with an HDMI output cable, so it renders and upscales your games up into 480p, 720p, and 1080i. So basically, it turns your Vita games into high-def games. I always call that a win. So, if you want to take a look also there, you can also see there's a USB port where you can hook up your DualShock 3 or a DualShock 4. And I must admit, playing Muramasa Rebirth on this with my TV at 720p or 1080i with the DualShock 4 is hands down the best version I have ever seen to play that game. Another thing the PlayStation TV can do, aside from playing Vita games, is allowing for streaming services such as Crunchyroll onto the PlayStation system itself if you have a good enough internet connection. For example, I was testing out Crunchyroll for a couple of days on this system since it came out, and I had no hiccups for it whatsoever. It looked great. The animated cells, whenever I was watching them, they looked fine. There was no hiccups whatsoever, so if you have a good internet connection, this will run really smoothly. However, in terms of other games that you can play on the system without the Vita games, you can also play PSP games, you can also play PS1 games, you can play little demos. You can pretty much do all the functionality of a Vita itself within the confines of this and not have to worry about the portability factor of something like, say, this. Now, granted, this thing does come with internal wireless as well as a Ethernet LAN connection, so in case if you want to download apps or games from the PlayStation Store or any other services, there is a connection for both hardwired and a wireless connection, just so that way you are aware of it. And just so that people are a little bit confused, because I will admit I was a little bit wondering where this would be, the power button for the system is right there on the back of it. And of course there's the power jack for you to put this system in. For with all those positives that I mentioned, there are a couple of problems with this system. It's not perfect. For one thing, and this is just more of a personal gripe, this has no effect or bearing on my actual grading for the system itself. People who are content providers, YouTubers, Let's Players, all that stuff, if you are one of those types of YouTubers and those people who like to watch Let's Plays and thinking that this would be an ideal solution for Let's Play scenarios, keep in mind, at the time of this recording and at the time of this release, the HDCP policy is on the Vita TV itself. It makes it impossible, pretty much at this point in time, for me to record footage for you to show you exactly how good it actually looks. I've tested that with so many games like Disgaea 4, Muramasa Rebirth, Mind Zero, Conception 2, Persona 4 Golden, a lot of other games on this system, and they've all worked exceptionally well. That being said, though, with the HTTP policy, that doesn't affect everybody. However, this thing actually is a little bit of a problem. However, it can be fixed in the future via patch. And that is, despite the fact that all my current Vita games that I have are playable on the system, however, not every single game on the PS Vita catalog is playable on this. Some games like Gravity Rush, Uncharted Golden Abyss, and I don't know if PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale is playable. I don't think it is, but if it is, I'm pretty sure people who have that version already have the PS3 version, so that might make things a little bit tricky. I don't fully know off the top of my head. So that being said, not every single game on the Vita is playable on the PlayStation TV. So that makes things a little bit difficult if someone's like, say, Uncharted Golden Abyss on the big screen. That is not possible at this time. However, with the fact that there is patches and new updates and software, I am almost certain that that can be fixed. However, at the time of this release, I have to critique the system as it's capable right now. Another big problem is resulting in another feature that the Vita has for its system is its streaming to the PlayStation 4. Now, the fact that it can stream PS4 alone is impressive. However, when you do stream from the PS4, this is only in terms of my own experience, and so keep that in mind, is that when I tried linking this up to my PS4, it was actually really simple, it was super easy, and it took maybe about a minute to do. But once it actually started streaming, I noticed considerable amount of slowdown. It was really trying hard to keep up with the same pace as my TV, and I noticed this because I was having one TV running the PS TV on my other screen, while on the other side of the room having my PlayStation 4, having it linked via remote play. And it was noticing considerable slowdown, and it was actually able to considerably do the features of the PlayStation 4, but again, at a much, much slower pace. So that's really the only time it started chugging. Everything else worked fine. It has the same interface as the Vita normally, and the controls are seamless. It works great. So with all that said, with all my little descriptions of what the Vita can do, it can play PS Vita games, PS1 games, PSP games. It can stream for PS4 with a little bit of slowdown. It's really compact. It's cheap to get compared to the Vita. It's really easy to set up. It's compatible with both DualShock 3 and DualShock 4. They all play great. It upscales all the games that it plays into 480p, 720p, or 1080i. It looks great, all on the TV. I honestly would have to say that this system, the PlayStation TV, as of this moment, is worth buying, but not perfect. It's a really good piece of tech. It's really cheap to get if you want a substitute for the actual Vita. If you're not interested in the actual portable system itself, but are interested in the games, I would suggest at least checking this out. But keep in mind that not every game at this current point in time is capable of running on this system, so take that into consideration. If you want a better description of the list of games that will be available or are compatible with this system, I will put a link down below so that way you can check it out for yourself. So there you go, folks. That is my little breakdown, description / review of the PlayStation TV itself, and all its little features, its quirks, what it's capable of, what its little problems. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys have already bought the PlayStation TV, tell me, what games are you playing on it right now, or is there any Vita games that you personally want to try out but are not sure whether they are capable or not of running on the PlayStation TV? Let me know. I will research it as much as I can to let you know as much as possible. So again, folks, I hope you enjoyed this review. So until next time, everybody, I'm Perry the One Armed Legend, and I'll see you later.